What's up, everyone out there on Facebook? Welcome, welcome. It is I, Dr. Jason Pape, chiropractic extraordinaire, coming at you live. Once again, it is 8:15 Eastern Daylight Time over here on the East Coast. So really quick, let me show that as we have a live tonight streaming at 8. He wrote EST. He needs to know it's EDT now. But we are, I didn't give him a topic early enough to get a title card done. So I'm going to give you guys a little breaking topic. But before then, remember, I am Dr. Jason Pape, chiropractor extraordinaire, giving you education, information, motivation, inspiration on the regular. And tonight is no different. Tonight it'll be a motivation, inspiration type post or live right here on YouTube and Facebook live and replaying other platforms. So if you guys would like to actually know where we are, who we are, oh, I did not mean to do that. Let me do this. So there's our contact information. If you have any interest, if you're local to Long Island and would love to come see us at the Vitality Center, the one-stop holistic shop right here in Hop Hog, conveniently located right off the LIE. Feel free, but I'm going to give us actually, I'm going to change it over to all of our socials, and you feel free to follow us on any of that. And while we do that, I will put that link up on there too. You hit the QR code to get our link tree, or down below to follow us on any of our streaming platforms, and we'll go from there. And just in case you're not sure who I am, bam, Dr. Jason Pape, Doctor Chiropractic. So those of you who don't know me, if you've never seen me before, please put a number 1 in the comments below. If you have seen me before and have come back for more, put a number 2 in the comments below. All right. If you are new, let me know, say, hi, let me know where you're watching from, and we'll go from there. If you are watching on replay, please write replay. And if you should decide to share this out, please spread the love. Put, say shared, but feel free to put it on your page, write message in the group, in a post, whatever. Grab someone's face and shove it in front of the screen. So tonight, folks, we're going to talk about abundance and manifesting. And one of the things, people like the secret, right? So what I was going to call this one was why the secret isn't working for you. The true reason why, the true way to get abundance, basically. So many of you have heard of The Secret or know the book, whatever it may be. But basically what the secret is that basically it's the power of positive thinking, that if you think about it something positively, you'll bring it to you. All right. And while I believe that is valid and that positive thinking manifestation is all very important, it's sometimes a little bit more than just positive thinking. All right. And if you think, hey, I'm just going to think positively about things that I want, that the universe is going to reward it to you, well, I'm here to let you know it's not going to work that way. And that's why the secret doesn't just work for everyone. I'm just going to close this door over here so I don't have a lot of background. So just give me a second. I know I'm off camera for a split second here, but I just want to close this one door so we have a little more privacy. Okay. All right. And as you come on here, please feel free to say hello. Anyway, so let's talk about manifestation and abundance and what that means. So obviously, abundance is having a lot of good things in your life, an abundance of things, lots of things. So when we talk about manifesting abundance, bringing things into your life to make you abundant, it's more of good stuff, right? Always good, positive things. So what are we thinking abundantly going to be? We're going to bring in, maybe it's more money, maybe it's more friends, maybe it's more joy, maybe it's anything like that. You want to be more abundantly, have more in your life. A lot of times people think about abundance, they really think more about money. Okay. So either way, with the power of positive thinking, the point is to manifest things to bring into your life that you want, right? So the secret talks a lot about that, all right? But the thing they're not talking about is that there are things in our body that can stop us from manifesting, all right? There's a couple of different things that could be. One of them is that negative self-talk. Another one is expecting things on a timetable, and when it doesn't arrive, where the head goes with that. And the third thing is negative subconscious beliefs. So we're going to talk about all those things. So let's talk about negative self-talk first. So it's very important, if you ever want to bring things into your life, that you have a positive spin on the things you want. So power of positive thinking, right? But many of us think, well, they're thinking positively because they have a thing that they want, but they're framing it in a negative way. But, like the double negative equals a positive. Well, it's not really how it works in the subconscious and in the mind and the universe and bringing things to you. So, for instance, if you say, hey, you want money, you could say, I want to be rich, or I want $1 million, or you could say, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be poor. Like, what do you want? Well, I don't want to be poor. Like, that technically would have a similar meaning to I want to have money, right? But it's the double negative that is not technically positive thinking. It's a negative frame. All right. And unfortunately, the subconscious mind and the universe as well, so the inner and the outer manifestors, do not hear the not part of the sentence. They only hear the object of the sentence, the focus. Because the focus on something like this, I don't want to be poor, all right, is not about having money. It's about the focus of the sentence is poor, what you don't want it to be, right? So all the universe hears and all your subconscious hears is poor. So if you're talking in this way, negatively framing what we want, we can stop our abundance. So you could be out there doing all this work, trying to manifest good things in your life and abundant things and money, right? But your negative talk is kind of cancels it, right? Because you're not framing it the right way. So one of the hardest things I find for people is that to be able to keep things in a positive mindset, especially how we talk about ourselves. Many of us are very hard on ourselves to the point where if anyone else talked to you the way you talk to yourself, you would punch them in the face. I've done a lot of this before, but understand that you're hard on yourself. You're their harshest critic, and it doesn't mean you can't look at yourself critically and look where you may have made a mistake or where you could be better. But it's about how you talk to yourself in that moment, in that negative self-talk, and that will always do that. So let's say you're out there, you're doing all these positive affirmations about money and bringing it to yourself and all these great things, but at the same time, you don't believe you're worthy. You talk to yourself in a way where you don't deserve it. Okay, so it's not about even saying it, framing the question wrong. It's about you're framing it right, you're putting it out there, right? But yet the way you talk about yourself or to yourself isn't good. You talk yourself in a negative way that basically says that you're not worthy of the things you're trying to bring to you abundantly. And that kind of ties in a little bit more with the subconscious beliefs, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So you guys all picking this up when I'm putting down? If you are, please put a number 3 in the comments below. Maybe put a little shamrock in there for feeling lucky. About all these great things we're going to abundantly bring in life. Be a pot of gold is the end of the rainbow. We put on there if you can. Well. So again, if you come in late, Dr. Jason Pape, chiropractic extraordinaire, bringing you education, information, motivation, inspiration. That's what we're talking about tonight, motivation, inspiration on the reg. So again, we talked about what the problem with The Secret, right, is that it doesn't teach you about the things that get in the way, really. It tells you how to get it, but not necessarily how to, the things that may be bouncing off. So framing your question is always important. They talk about those things too. But also about what's that negative self-talk beyond that? What are the other negative things you say to yourself or out loud, especially even worse out loud, that are negatively framed that could stop your abundance, even though they're not maybe directly correlated to what you want. So like you're saying, I want to be rich. I want $1 million. I want money. I deserve money. I see it flowing all over me, whatever. That sounded horrible. But I see the money pouring down, right? I open up my bank account. I envision there was money in my bank account. Great. But at the same time, you turn around and go, I hate my job. Or, I'm such a bad person. I hate when I hate that I only make so much money per hour. Or like, well, you know what I mean? Like, do you talk to yourself negatively about things that could block the abundance? Or do you just have overall self-worth issues, right? Because you could think you deserve all this money and all these great things coming to you in abundance. But if at the same time, you're putting it all out there, you're saying all the right things, but at the same time, you're saying self-talk over here, somehow how you are not a great person, well, you're not really worthy of that thing you want, right? So about changing that. And that also goes to subconscious beliefs, because there's stuff we do consciously, right? There's things we do subconsciously. Our belief systems that we have embedded, this belief system, we think that we're not worthy of certain things. So you might put all this great out there and you're not doing any negative self-talk. You're out there, you're consciously monitoring your thoughts. You're trying to keep everything positive. You're trying to make the smile on the old face, but yet your subconscious beliefs about money are not great. In this case, money, right? Or anything when it comes to abundance. So you think all the positive things and the universe wants to reward you, yet you're putting it out there, but it bounces off the subconscious. So We see this with hypnosis and some other techniques. It's like you really want to clear it, but do you really want to change? Like, so if you want to stop smoking, let's say, all right, and you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna go. Well, let's change it. You say you're a smoker, and your wife or husband or partner says to you, I want you to stop smoking. And you're doing it begrudgingly because they asked you to. And you go to do hypnosis or something like that. And you do the work, and maybe you stop smoking, or maybe it doesn't work for you, or maybe you stop smoking, but eventually it comes back, right? Because you didn't go because you weren't motivated to stop smoking. Someone else motivated you, all right? Because subconsciously you didn't believe that you really wanted to change. So you can make the effort, but consciously, and even do some subconscious work. But if beyond that, if your goal is I'm not motivated to change, like I don't want to stop smoking, that's my subconscious belief. This person's telling me to do it. I'm doing it for them or because of them, but not because I really want to. How well is that really going to work? Same kind of thing. If you may say all these great things about wanting to manifest money and manifest things into your life, but if your subconscious belief system is that you don't deserve it, or you have a low financial thermostat, or like, hey, every time I get money, something happens where I have to lose it. Like, oh, well, I got this great amount of cash, but the air conditioner broke and I have to fix it. Or, like there's always something, right? Something always comes up. Oh, it always happens. And you have this belief that no matter what, it always happens. And people are like, well, you can't keep saying that because then, you're going to keep manifesting. Like, well, it's just reality. It's just the truth of what happens. Right. But it may be the truth. What happens if you keep saying it, though, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to keep pulling that to you. Does that make sense? It's a hard one to kind of get that, right? So it's about being responsible for everything that does happen to you in your life. I've had those videos before. So if this is making some sense, drop a 4 in the comments below. If it's blowing your brain out a little bit, you're like, bam, put the little head exploding emoji, dude. Like the mushroom cloud on there too. So is this making sense, folks? I hope so. If it's not, put a giant question mark. And or I don't know, some other emoji of a guy looking like he's very confused. So, and as always, if you think this is helpful for someone, please share this out. Put it on your page, private message, your group, post, whatever. Get her out there. And again, if you want to follow us on any of our socials, you can click on the link tree at the top corner over there. Bloop. Or across the bottom at our ticker, and then my name. It's all this stuff up here. Anyway, so let's continue, shall we? Okay. Now, so we talked about the subconscious. So what do we do about that, right? Because we don't know we're doing it. It's ingrained in our subconscious. It's things that we have learned from childhood, maybe even from past, from generational, whatever, right? Or maybe we have a really poor financial thermostat, right? Well, like, let's make up a number. Let's say you make $100,000 a year, but you really want to make $300,000 a year, and you're doing all the positive things, and you're doing the work, whatever it needs to be. You want to get that big promotion, but if your brain is your thermostat set at 100,000, even if you get to here, will you stay here? Well, no, it comes back down because your brain only believes a certain thing. You may want it, but you believe it. So one of the things we see with a lot of people who win the lottery is that after a certain number of years, a lot of them are broke again, high percentage. Because a lot of people, if they win and you had no money, they only have millions of dollars. And then 5 years later, you go back, they still have millions of dollars, are they better off where they were? So a lot of times they're right back where they were because they have negative beliefs and financial thermostat that's not set for here, set for here. And when you have this, things will happen. Maybe you get taken advantage of. Maybe you spend things on money you don't think to spend it on. Maybe you just become lavish and don't realize and just whatever it is. You have to bring your thermostat up to manifest those things too, whatever they are in your life. So if you want more friends, but yet your thermostat is I'm good with 5 friends and you're kind of comfortable with that and you don't know anything different and you want 20 friends, well, you may be doing all the right things, going out there and meeting people and thinking positively and being the nicest person, buying rounds at the bar, whatever. You're following up, but yet you still can't get past about 5 regular friends. Well, what's your thermostat? Do you believe you don't need more friends? Do you believe you should have these people around you? Or subconsciously do you believe this is what it is? Or you're just so used to this thermostat of what life is like for you that you can't sustain higher. These are all about subconscious beliefs as well. So things that we can do to clear that. Well, there are a lot of things. You can do positive affirmations. They're helpful, but you really need to go deeper. All right. That would be things like hypnosis or other techniques like Psyche that we do here. And we have a training coming up for that in October. Really cool thing where you can actually learn to do. It's basically muscle testing to find negative beliefs in the subconscious and energy work to balance them. It's really kind of very fascinating, very fast acting. There's EMDR and brain spotting, and there's other things out there. Even neurofeedback can be helpful. So there's a lot of tools. If you're interested in more of those things, write sub Q in the comments below, and I'll get back to you with some information about maybe what might be help you maybe on your journey. So, and then the third thing we mentioned before was this cancel kind of thing, this time frame. So the universe, you might need money tomorrow. You may need money yesterday, right? And you may be saying all the right things, but if you put this timetable onto it, like I have to have this money by Wednesday, all right? What happens if Wednesday comes and it's not there? Well, guess what? You've canceled out your thing because you're like, oh, it's not here yet. Oh, I put this out to the universe. What's going on? Where's my money? I'm thinking positively. I've cleared all my negative beliefs. I'm talking positive myself. I'm doing affirmations. I'm carrying hundreds of dollars in my wallet because they told me to, act as if, right? Well, where's my money? Where is it? Well, guess what you just said? You just sent a big cancel button out to the universe. You just said, bam, cancel that order, please. One of the hardest things to do in manifesting anything, putting anything out into the universe, is this great thing called letting go. And you might think that what I'm explaining to you is dichotomous, but it's not, or paradoxical. But so you put out this belief that you need more money, or more friends, or whatever, and you write it down. You have the affirmation, you see it, right? You're focused on it. You're clear in your mind. You know all the things. But sometimes you just got to put it out there. And even though you're doing all these positive things to help support you, sometimes when you're not in the moment, like, so let's say you're saying affirmations. Let's say you're doing, hypnosis, the CDs, and you're doing, you're making sure a conscious effort during the day to think more positively. In general, though, if you go out throughout your day, you have to let it go and not only be focusing on this. Like if everywhere you go, everything you do is like money. Where's my money? I asked for this money. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. It's going to be here. I just see it pouring out all day long. You haven't let it really go in the universe. Sometimes you have to let it go just a little bit. You can't have your focus there all the time. Because a lot of times when that's happening is you're waiting. Where is it? It's like a watch pot that never boils. Or like when you're driving with the little kids in the back and like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then Papa Smurf finally goes, yes, we're almost there, my little Smurfs. And then finally he goes, no, we're not there yet. Whatever it is. Like eventually, it won't come. If you let it go and trust in the universe, that's where the trust piece comes. Like a trust fall, right? Eventually, if you just think about, you're going to do a trust fall. Trust falls makes you fall back and let that person catch you, right? If the trust doesn't catch you, otherwise you're going to split your skull open on the floor, right? But if you're not, and if you don't truly trust, will you ever let go? No. So if you're trying to manifest something, you have to let it go through the universe, and that means let it go. Do that trust fall into the universe's arms and know that they'll catch you, all right? And it may feel scary until you're caught. And that split second might feel like eternity, but it'll happen as long as you have belief and faith. So you have to trust that whatever all the work you're doing is going to work, and then you can't focus on it. Because if all you do is focus on it and you put such a timetable on it that it has to happen by a certain time, guess what? You're stopping anything else from possibly happening. So let's say your goal is it has to be here by Wednesday. Oh my God, if it's not here by Wednesday, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then you do that. Well, what if it was going to show up on Thursday or Friday? Would you be mad on Saturday if the money showed up 2 days later, but it was there, it was still there? Well, no. Retrospectively, you'll be like, oh God, I'm so happy it came, and then because you're grateful now, right? But if you're just like, you're in the present, looking in the future, going, I need it by this time, and then when you get to that time, it doesn't happen. You're like, cancel, and you didn't know. Maybe it was right here. Maybe it was just around that corner. All right. And if you just let it come, it will come to you. Sometimes it doesn't come the way you expect it to. The universe doesn't just go, all right, well, this person needs more money. I'm just going to just go buy a lottery ticket, and by Wednesday, they'll be good. Not usually how it works. It could come to you in ways you don't know. It could come always in the highest and best good. But maybe it's not about winning the lottery. Maybe it's about doing the hard work at work and the boss noticing and going, I'm going to give you a raise. Maybe it's bonus time and you got way more money in the bonus than you ever would have expected. Maybe it's, you know, I'm thinking of things right now off the top of my head. You know, maybe you're walking down the street, there's a $100 bill on the ground, you know? That's abundance. Maybe you wanted $10,000, but $100 that you didn't know you were getting, it's still abundance. And when you get it, you don't go, this isn't what I asked for. I wanted more. Because you're just going to block more abundance. That's when you show grace. This is the thing we didn't talk about. The fourth thing I'll talk about is when you do get something or anything's happening, you have to be grateful for what you get. You're grateful for the journey from when I start to when you end, or on the way, and everything that happens along that way. Like if you're trying to lose weight and your goal is, I want to lose 30 pounds, and you get to 15 pounds, and you're not there yet, what do you think on the way there? You're like, yes, 15 down, I'm killing it. I can't wait to keep doing what I'm doing because I love how it's going and I can't wait to see more. I'm really grateful for the journey here. I'm really grateful for how much I've lost, and I can't wait to continue to lose weight. I got to stop saying lose weight because that's not how you do it, right? Lose weight is actually not the right way to say it, but I'm trying to give you an idea. I'm so happy that I'm slimmer and trimmer, and I can't wait to be even more slim and trim and look even better and fit into that bathing suit or whatever, right? But if you're like 15 pounds, you're like, oh, only 15 pounds. I need another 15 pounds. And someone says, oh my God, you look great. How much you lost some weight? Yeah, I lost 15, but I still have another 15 to go. Like, guess how quickly you're going to get to the 15? Not quickly at all. You just sabotage everything because you're not grateful for what you got. So if you're trying to manifest, you're trying to bring abundance and money, let's say, into your life, and you find $100, and you don't look at it for what it is and go, wow, this is great. I didn't have this $100 before. Maybe I could use 10,000. Maybe I could use 50,000. For $100, that's a step. The work I'm doing is working. I better put more out there. I'm going to keep doing it because it's starting to show dividends, right? No one puts money in the stock market today and expects $100,000 return tomorrow. Not usually, right? This is not. It's not like playing, roulette. You put it all on number 32 and hope that it hits and you're 136, whatever payout. No. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're buying some little stocks you're waiting to jump or doing crypto or whatever, but it doesn't always go like that. All right? You got to see the gains. Like if you're in crypto and you bought XRP at 50 cents and it's at 220 or whatever, and you're like, it's just not enough yet. This sucks. What's going on? Like, dude, you 6x your money. Like, what do you like? Don't be, maybe you're going to stay and hold. You're going to keep going. All right, I'm excited. It's going to keep going. I can't wait till it goes higher. I'm so happy where it is now, and I can't wait till it gets to $10. And you're happy about it, right? If you fight it, you may not get what you want, or maybe you'll sell out of it. This isn't working out. Take our money out, and then you miss the next bump because you weren't patient and you didn't believe. Right? So I hope this has been helpful. If you think this has been helpful, please drop a 5. Where am I at? Just write helpful, or this was helpful in the comments below. Let me know you found this interesting, helpful, whatever it is. And again, like I said, if you came in late, definitely go back and watch the beginning and replay. If you're watching on replay already, well, you've seen since the beginning. But please, again, for those of you who may be watching live who came in late, I am Dr. Jason Pape, chiropractor extraordinaire, bringing you education, information, motivation, inspiration on the regular. Tonight was our motivation, inspiration thing. And if you want to know how to help with all these things we mentioned, definitely put that sub Q in the comments below. And know that here at the Vitality Center, we have a lot of things to help with these things. Right? We even have classes and things like that too to also help you manifest the things you want. Ways to clear the subconscious, ways to learn how to talk to yourself better, and how to manifest those things in your life, as well as ways to take these kind of things and maybe help other people. I've been doing this work a long time, and I keep doing the work on myself to keep helping myself and other people. And one of the things I do sometimes right along with my patients is I try to, especially with my functional medicine patients, is to talk to them differently and have them talk to themselves differently so they can help manifest what they're looking for. That's why, why is this chiropractor talking about this? Because I've done the work, because I'm here and I'm doing the work to help you guys. We're all have time to learn and do better. And if I can impart some wisdom here and there, I will. So I hope this video found you helpful. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that you're all healthy and happy. And I hope you continue to be that way. And I put that all out there for you guys. So without too much further fanfare, I will bid you all adieu and good night. So as always, Dr. Jason Pape, the owner and founder of the Vitality Center, the only true one-stop holistic shop there is, especially around these there parts. And if you'd like to know about where you can find out more about us and how to like maybe even visit us, you can go to there. Bang! There's our phone number, there's our website, or email, I should say, and that is our website at the bottom of the email. And we have a new website probably rolling out June 1st, so you're looking for that, folks. And that's it. So I hope you all have a great night, and we appreciate you tuning in. We love you all. See you all in the next video. I'm going to put my little title cards up here. Say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, all the things. We will see you all in the next video. So with all from the Vitality Center, we say thank you and good night. Dr.